Tuesday, the 20th of October, this is DM News, the headlines. 6 people are reported dead after 2 explosions hit the Islamic International University campus in Pakistan. Meanwhile, fierce fighting continues in South Waziristan as the Pakistani army continues its offensive. Former military leaders warn the reputation of the armed forces is being tarnished by right-wing political extremists. Talks between the Royal Mail and its youth resumed in the hope of avoiding strike action later this week. And Afghanistan's Independent Electoral Commission prepared to announce the final outcome of the country's presidential election. It's been reported that at least 6 people have been killed and 13 injured following 2 explosions that have hit the Islamic International University campus in the Pakistani capital of Islamabad. Local TV reports claim that at least one of the blasts was a suicide attack, with the second having been detonated a few minutes later. A spokesperson for Islamabad's main hospital told reporters that there were 13 people wounded, including 4 in a serious condition. He said the hospital received body parts including a severed leg that cannot be identified. Well, joining me on the line from Islamabad is DM Digital reporter Atiq Shah. Hello, Atiq.
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me this morning?
Yes.
Fantastic.
I'm from Islamabad.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Could you tell us what has happened?
2 suicide attacks at 3:15.
Okay, and can you confirm that one was a suicide attack?
Yes.
And do you have any idea who's responsible?
Yes, 2 female students have been killed and several other injured.
Okay, do you know who may be responsible for this attack?
The first suicide explosion happened in a cafeteria near Girls' Hostel.
Okay.
Whereas another occurred in Sharia block few minutes later.
So there was 2 main explosions. Who was responsible, do we know?
Yes, in this time total 16 injured,
Okay.
6 killed and 2 female students included.
Okay. And we don't know who may have been responsible for these attacks?
Yes, in this time the first suicide explosion happened in cafeteria and others in Sharia block.
Okay.
And in this time the 11 female students and 2 men have been shifted to PIMS hospital, whereas 4 have been reported in a critical condition.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us, Atiq, and of course we at DM Digital will be giving you the latest updates throughout the day. Meanwhile, fierce fighting is continuing in South Waziristan as Pakistan troops battle to gain control of the important militant-held town of Kottaykai. The army have announced they've secured the heights around Kottaykai, the hometown of top Taliban Haqqani Massoud. Kottaykai is the home of senior militant commander Kari Hussain, the man responsible for training Pakistan Taliban suicide bombers. The army has announced they have killed nearly 18 militants, however the Taliban have denied this claim. Soldiers are reported to have briefly taken control of Kottaykai in the course of fighting overnight. 100,000 civilians have fled the conflict zone. A group of former military leaders have warned that the reputation of the armed forces is being tarnished by right-wing political extremists. A letter signed by the commander of the Desert Rats in the First Gulf War, Major General Sir Patrick Cordingley, former Chief of Defence Staff Lord Garai, and former Army Chiefs Generals Sir Mike Jackson and Sir Richard Dannatt accuse those seeking to hijack the good name of Britain's military. It went on to explain the values of these